Okay. Hello. Hopefully this all is good. Yeah, just gonna put this off. Does it sound like I'm talking? Hello? Oh god, it's coming out of one ear. Oh crap. Okay. Hello. I'm back. I'm sorry if it's for headphone users who are just hearing it out of one ear. Give me 1 second. Advanced audio properties. Yes. Audio monitoring. Mono. Yep, we want mono. That should be. Well, we don't want the disease to be clear. We want the sound to be mono. To be one track instead of two. Because the way my audio interface is set up, it has two inputs. So if you don't adjust it into text, one is left, the other is right. So automatically it'll just put my voice as left. So if you're on your headphones, you'll just hear me coming out of your left ear. Yay! All right. Okay, gotta mute that. Um, uh, yeah. Ooh, okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's get started. The main goal with today is just that I just want to. It's not cool. I mainly just want to edit my two pieces, which you see one of two right on the screen. Right there. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so you see the first one. This is the first one. I just made this past spring. and I'll kind of talk about it as I edit it. But give me a second to get the chat pulled up here so that I can communicate. Oh, no. Let's do this. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, so this first one is called Groove. Really nothing much to the name except it just kind of sounded like a cool groove. So, yeah. And as I am doing this this is meant to be played with a tuba and looper pedal. Maybe I should put something about that. Just like add a text box here. Or actually no, I can just edit this thing. So I can say tuba and looper pedal. That might be a cool thing. Sorry, my station is slightly a mess. Alright. So yeah, we'll just edit this. We'll say tuba and looper pedal. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. And then for these, I mean, as it is, like I said, as I am just doing this with, thanks, awesome, good to hear. Good to hear, Jonathan. And thanks for coming. Appreciate you for stopping by. But as I was saying, as this is for tuba, there's a lot of limitations with playing on one instrument, especially one instrument that only usually plays like one line at a time. There's ways to play like two notes at the same time on a brass instrument. If you're not aware of it, it's just something called multiphonics. It's basically just you're humming while playing kind of thing. There's probably something more to it than that, but just you can do it while whistling. Kind of creates a weird sound. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. But yeah, but anyways, for this, so to add like some percussive elements, something I learned from tubas I've watched is just you can pop the rim of your mouthpiece, which is something, if you're done anything in public schools, is something that's not encouraged, because you shouldn't do it when it's in the tuba, because you'll probably get it stuck. But I mean, just popping it, doing like that, creates, like, when you do it through the tuba, it creates like kind of like a bassy kind of sound, like a bass drum kind of thing. So I'm not going to be doing, well, I might do some playing, but I won't be doing very much. But essentially it just sounds like, hopefully some of that came through. Yeah. Basically like that. And then you can kind of tap the side of your bell. And it gives kind of a cymbal, hi-hat, snare, I don't know. Not really, but it kind of adds like something different. So when you play this pattern, it sounds kind of like this. Sounds like that. Pretty cool little bass line. And a lot of my stuff is kind of directly inspired by Bill Pritchard. If you're familiar with his stuff, he has a couple of cool tuba looper pieces. But yeah, so that's kind of the basis. But that actually, with this piece in particular, my starting point with it was actually loop 3, right down here. It just came to my head. Da 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 da. I don't know why. Kind of like in that weird octatonic collection. But yeah, and then I just kind of loop number 2 and looped 4 just kind of came to me to kind of complement the other two, complement this a little bit and build on top of it. But yeah, I mean the biggest thing with all this stuff is making sure is like, cuz probably here is probably not the greatest with this G so close to this F flat here, but I think it's kind of far enough apart that it doesn't sound so weird. But it definitely, when you play it, what is it? F flat, which is just a E to a G. I guess that is a minor third, so it has plenty enough like space, but it's still really close. I would say if you're doing something like this, just be watching, make sure you have plenty of space. Because I think that's like the only time where it kind of there too. Well, yeah, that's definitely a clash. So we have a D sharp, E flat, pretty much right in the same space as this C. Which again is a minor third, so I guess that's fine. And I think this one, I mean, I think it sounds great. I had a lot of fun playing this, and I'll probably bring it back. Again. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to do is kind of just check over some of these markings, like pop rim of mouthpiece with palm of hand loudly. I think makes sense. I don't know if you're watching and this doesn't make sense. Please say something. But I guess we could specify like maybe like I could say like pop pop rim of mouthpiece with palm of hand loudly while the mouthpiece is in the horn. I don't know if that's too many words, but where is it? Yeah, I know I don't know the specific things. I don't know. Is that too much? Cuz I'll show you with my newer one. I have like a paragraph for one instruction. I probably should edit that. But and this one's pretty clear. Just tap, or I guess bang. I'm just gonna keep it as tap. I think that's good enough. And the other thing that I'm going to add is at two below. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep the measure numbers in. They don't really matter for this very much, but I'll keep them in. And the only other things I can think of, maybe I can line up these a little bit so you can kind of see how they're connected a little bit. So we can do like, nope, that was the wrong one. Do like this. And you put it there. And this one over to there. Nope, I don't want to edit the attributes. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Looks pretty close at the very least. Which is what we're looking for. Just gonna help establish how they're connected. It's like this is a, oh, it's not even. Okay. Yeah. Like that. And then move this one over slightly like that. Just kind of line it up a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Yeah. And then the other thing I can think about that I need to add is just add some double bar lines at the end of these measures, just to kind of clearly notate, like, this is the end of this little selection. Yeah, and I think it's fine having that like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. This might be a little bit much for instructions up here at the top for the popping sound. But I think other than that, it's fine. All the notes are readable. Yeah. Last thing, we're just going to put copyright in. Copyright 2022. Kyle Open. All rights reserved. Did I spell it right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. All rights reserved. And also copyright Kyle Loafman. And then I was also thinking about adding some sort of text box, because a lot of times with these like digital downloads, sometimes there's like they ask for, like proof of purchase. So they'll have like something like this copy belongs to blank or something like that. I can't remember what exactly these things say. I need to look that up. It's probably something I should have looked up before this, but it's fine. But yeah, there's something like here. Yeah, and then I'd have to personalize it for each, because this is going to be available on my Patreon page. And if this looks interesting to you and you want to try out, you can go subscribe there. I should have put in, whatever. You can find me at the social media things above. But yeah, and these would just be more personalized. That, or I could just have a general thing that this belongs to. I think that tier is the contrabass loaf. Contrabass loaf subscribers on Patreon. Kyle Patreon. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. I like the personalization touch. Belongs to blank. Insert name here. Yeah. Or if you like this and you play a different instrument and you want to try it, just reach out. It's really easy for me to transcribe it for a different instrument. It's mostly a matter of putting it up an octave if it's like a trombone or euphonium. Or I guess it would be like up a fourth or fifth. Yeah, something like that. But yeah. Or just changing it slightly. That's pretty easy to do. But yeah, so that's groove. I think that looks fine to me. Just gonna save that. And yeah, groove looks pretty good. Yeah, the next step I would usually do with editing stuff is to export it as a PDF and look at the PDF, but we won't do that today. We'll just edit here. Cool, so that's groove. And now here's the one I just did. And I even have it already labeled as for tuba and looper pedal, which is pretty cool. Just gonna change this one thing. Yeah. And this one has slightly different. I put loop 1. I actually put like lines here. I don't think I need to do that. I think that pretty much makes sense, right? Without the line, or do you think the line makes it a little bit easier to understand that the whole of loop 1 is this segment? I don't know. If you have any comments, please feel free to let me know. But yeah, in this one I have a lot more instruction. Like I said earlier, there's like a little bit of a paragraph here. I could probably tame that down. But yeah, and just just to kind of clarify this a little bit about the if possible. Actually, we're gonna do the second track. I liked it better when I played it there. Track. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the whole thing with this is a lot of like not all loopers have two separate tracks that you can record onto. I know the first looper I had was just like one single track and just overdub. But if you're someone who wants to play this, don't let that intimidate you, or make you shy away from this. 'Cause this one especially I really like. It has a really cool groove. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba dun 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 ba da ba da dee da dee da. I guess I could maybe establish some of the articulations here. Da dee da dee da dee da. Otherwise they might play it da dee da dee da da dee da dee da. Hmm. Da dee da dee da da dee da dee da da dee da dee da. Maybe just put like accents there. Da dee da dee da. Yeah, I think I like that. Da dee da dee da. Da dee da dee da. Da dee da dee da. Da dee da dee Yeah. Oh, didn't want to move that. I guess you could. I mean, there's a lot. I try to keep these more blank just to give more options. Of course, I have a lot of words here. And this one I kind of like styled more, I guess more non-classical, because I actually label like what these are, like intro, verse, chorus, interlude, outro. I don't know if that's exactly right, but that's just what I settled on for how to label these. Um, the different sections of this, I mean. I guess this could be renamed to interlude as well. I don't think it. I'm gonna keep it as verse. You can turn off the second loop after it plays. Let's line this up so this looks a little nicer. Just a little bit further. Yeah, that looks fine like that. I'm gonna delete that. Let's do move that one over there. Wow, that's so smooth. Alright, we're just gonna move this down like, yeah, and then move it over like 3 clicks. Yeah. Buddy duddy da. Duddy duddy da. Yeah, and something I liked when I was working on this. Where is it? Decrescendo. Oh, you can't see the decrescendo tools at all. Or this toolbox. No, I'll just put it over here. It's fine. Something I liked when I was working on this is I was adding like a little bit of flavoring here, where it's just like doing a decrescendo type thing. Or I guess it was more of a fall. Isn't there a fall tool? Like a fall. Isn't there like let's look. Fall symbol finale fall off. Bow. Buddy duddy da. Buddy duddy da. Yeah, let's do this. So we'll do, is this the trill? And these two symbols look the same. Like why? Who decided that a glissando and a trill should have the same essential symbol? Just gonna do that. How does that look? Yeah. Buddy duddy da. Duddy duddy da. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. I like that. Because that's basically what I played. Although it wasn't really, I think it was more of a just like a decrescendo, but it was like something, kind of a mixture of the two actually, I think. But yeah, we're gonna do the same. Oh, I did that. Okay. We're gonna edit this a little bit so we fit the same kind of general vibe as the other couple text boxes. Interlude. Control Shift B. Okay. And then we'll put this like right here. Is that about lined up? Just put this down here. Maybe right there. Yeah. And that's, I think I did something slightly different there, but it's basically play mostly, yeah. Because I think in the recording I did of this, I did more, there was a lot more movement than there was held out notes. But these are just, I mean, once again, like I said a couple seconds ago, this is kind of more just a kind of a guideline. Because I know at least for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people can speak similarly, who have had like more classical type experience. What is this? Okay. It's very helpful to have some sort of something to guide. Although I will say I did this memorized in the performance, but I know I personally like having something in front of me, and that's what I want to provide with this. Yeah, that looks good. It's not exactly lined up with these, but that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. Actually, this one I'm going to put lower. Oh, no. I don't want an eighth note there. Still want that to be a... Yeah, let's say that's the low point. Oops. Sorry, there's been a random fly just flying around. But yeah. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Yeah, okay, now let's get to the paragraph. So I guess I'm gonna I think I can replace most of this, 'cause that's a lot, by just saying overdub. No, dub. Leave the record function on. A bunch of higher notes. I would say mostly in key. Mostly in key with a few off if you like. And then after listening to it for a few seconds, undo it. Okay. I think that's easier to digest than what I had before. And I'm going to do this. Let the full loop. Oh, let me adjust this just a little. Like above the notes, because now this ending part about resuming the high improv doesn't really make sense because I got rid of that in here. Above the notes and loop. I guess I should say on or above the notes and loop for mostly if you like. And then after listening to it for a few seconds, undo it. And let the underlying groove play for like, yeah, 2 to 4 bars is fine. And start improvising above the above loop 4. Let's do that. I think that'll look good like that. Yep. Oh, no, just got a backspace. Good. And above loop 4. And slowly build to the highest note you can play. Good. After you reach a good, I guess I can, let's delete this. Actually, I'm going to leave, let's do this. Control X. And then I'm going to edit this one, put it in here. You've done this. Done. And reach a good stopping point of the you've done this. Let the full loop play. Through once, cut off the second track. One or two. Oh. More measures, and then stop the loop on the, oh, let's make this look a little better. Then stop the loop on the downbeat of the first bar. Blam. I think that's, it still has a lot of words. Maybe we can do this. Let the full loop play. Through. Let. Downbeat. Second bar. Overdub. A bunch of high notes. On or above the notes in loop 4. Mostly in key with a few off if you like. And then after listening to it for a few seconds, undo it and let the underlying groove play for like 2 to 4 bars. Start improvising in the range in or above loop 4. Slowly build to the highest note you can play. After you've done this, let the full loop play through once more. Play through once more. And cut off the second track. And let the remaining track play for 1 or 2 more measures and stop the loop on the downbeat of the first bar. I think that makes sense. Seems a little bit easier to digest than what I originally had. It's still a lot, but I think that's better. I don't know. Alright, let's put some copyright here. Copyright 2022. Kyle Wolfman. Maybe I should add a thing here that just says Tubaloop here. At Tubaloop. All rights Reserved. Okay. And then I'll just put a thing in the corner that says, this belongs to blah. Okay. Yeah. And pending any other things, that seems pretty good to me. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll probably end up changing this to something else. But for now, this is what it's going to be. I think that's fine. Cool. Okay. Now let's move on and do some transcribing. Yay. Oh yeah, I want to save. Yes, please. All right. Yeah. So our piece is Sonata for Flute and Harp and E flat major. And first thing you might be wondering is why the heck? Yeah, are there 5 staves? This is just because I was thinking about it, doing some preliminary work and just looking through it. And I think my eventual goal with this is to arrange it for like some sort of euphonium tuba ensemble, like euphonium tuba quartet. Because I was looking through it, and the most parts that are once are like 5 parts in one place. But yeah, so that's why there are so many staves, so I can put like each separate part on a separate stave. Because there's a few chords in the harp part. But yeah, let's look at the piece. Why isn't this showing? Maybe that's showing. Oh wait, do I have it? No, it's showing. Okay, cool. Just the live stream is behind. Okay, cool. But here's the piece. Sonata for Flute and Harp in E flat major by Joseph Boulogne Chevalier de Saint George. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but yeah, this isn't the original transcription, but this is a really nice arrangement of it, transcription of it, that's on IMSLP. This one was done by Santiago Andres Barreto Salinas, and it's really nice because we have this nice like fancy little cover. True. I bet you could, Jonathan. But yeah, so this one was created by him. It's awesome. It's we're going to this in just a second, but because it's very clear, as opposed to the original transcription, which are, I don't know if this is the original, but this is more the original how it looked like. It's still readable, but it's not as clear as this one is. So this one's great. Who is it? Santiago Andres Barreto Salinas. Thank you so much for doing this. Saving all of us a lot of time. And making this more accessible. Because I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but odds are if you're watching this, you probably have never heard of this guy. I've barely heard of him, just because I've done some research. I did a Baroque concert a couple years ago, or maybe a year, 2 or 3, within the last 2 or 3 years. I did a Baroque concert, and I was looking for more diverse composers for Baroque. Spoiler alert, there's not too many. Or at least none that I could find. There's probably some that I missed, but it's hard to find them, unfortunately. But this guy came up then, and yeah, so I thought, because originally my thought was Bach, do a Bach piano piece, that's easy enough. Because part of the reason why I'm doing this transcribing stuff is because I want to try to get better at transcribing, because it is something that I like doing. I mean, part of it for me at least is making it more accessible, because like I can't play piano. I definitely can't play flute or harp. Flute is definitely one of my worst instruments. So obviously, if I want to play this, like if I wanted to play this, I'd put it in range for tuba. And also, I think it makes it more accessible, and stuff. Because I mean, like I said, we haven't heard this, and from what I've listened to this, it sounds pretty interesting. Maybe not as interesting as something by Schoenberg or Maslanka or any other modern composer, but it's still very interesting, and especially it being by a black individual, someone who's a composer who's black. So there aren't a ton of those that are documented. But yeah, so I just wanted to go through his bio a little bit before we get started on it. But yeah, so just from the age of 8, he was sent to get an education in France. At the age of 17, he was made an offer of the King's Guard and given the title Le Chevalier de Saint Georges. During the French Revolution, one of the first black colonels in the French army, leading 800 infantrymen and 200 cavalries. And today he's known as the first known classical composer of African ancestry. Although I think from what I've seen, there's maybe one who was earlier. What is his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I looked up before the stream. Hold on. It was um yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. But if you're interested, you could find out and let me know. But yeah, so he's one of the first. Who knows if he's really the first? I imagine there's a lot more black, female, Asian, etc., composers than we know about, because a lot of them probably fell through the cracks, um, because of our unfortunately white dominated classical music. But, anyways, let's learn about Boulogne, Chevalier de Saint Georges. And he composed numerous string quartets and other instrumental pieces, as well as operas, specifically 3 sets of string quartets, 2 symphonies, 8 symphonies concertantes, 6 operas comiques, 3 violin sonatas, 14 violin concertos, a sonata for harp and flute, which is what we're looking at right now, a cello concerto, 6 violin duos, and several songs, often misspelled as Boulogne when it's just without the O, basically. And sometimes referred to as the Black Mozart. Yikes. This is like the only thing, and I read through this before. This is the only thing that I saw that I was like, oh, that's not great. We really shouldn't call someone the Black Mozart. So, other than that, this is a pretty good summary, I would say. But anyways, skipping over that word, that phrase, it's not great. He was a prolific French classical composer, violin virtuoso, conductor of the leading symphony orchestra in Paris on the court of Marie Antoinette, and a renowned champion fencer and athlete in the 18th century. Born on the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, son of Georges de Boulogne, St. George's, a wealthy married planter, and Anne dit Nanon, his wife's African Senegalese origin slave. Okay, so I guess he's mixed, question mark. But anyways, he enjoyed some of the privileges of his father being a noble, but still he and some of his family had to follow most of the rules of the Black Code, which was a group of prohibitions that slaves and non-slaves living in colonies had to follow. Some of them even required registering every black person that came to a city with a police officer. And apparently he also taught Marie Antoinette harpsichord. Pretty cool. But yeah, he's involved in England's anti-slavery movement. Cool. Founded a similar French group called the Société des Amis des Noirs, Society of the Friends of Black People. Pretty cool. But yeah, so we're just gonna be looking through this. I'm gonna be transcribing it kind of the way I mentioned. This won't be here the whole time. I'm just gonna minimize this because I have it up here. Let me get to it. But if you have any questions, let me know. Also, give me a second because I need to get the chat up on my phone. Got it. Turn that volume off. Okay. Cool. There. And then put this up here, minimize this. But yeah. Joseph Ballon Chevalier de Saint Georges. Pretty interesting guy, it seems like. It's unfortunate that he's not completely lost because obviously he's still there. But it's I will say one thing before we move to the transcribing part where I write it all in as fast as I can. I will say one thing that I thought was interesting was this whole thing, because on his IMSLP page he has like maybe one violin sonata. There's an entry for something that doesn't have any sort of pieces on it. And I think there's an opera or two, maybe like two other things. But it's interesting that they list it here. I'm intrigued to see if there's like a collection of his works somewhere, because it kind of stinks that his pieces were lost. I don't know, maybe they weren't worth it, but still, for someone who is of black descent, it's very interesting hearing about a classical composer, like in the classical era, I mean, who's black. I don't know. Maybe there's a collection somewhere, but it's just not on IMSLP. Which, if you're not aware of what IMSLP is, it's I was just about to answer that. I can't remember what exactly it stands for. Let me look it up. I always forget. But it's okay. Here we go. International Music Score Library Project. It's also was Petrucci. Nope, that's not it. Music library. Yeah, but basically, it's just a library, online library of all, not all, but it collects public domain music. So as our composer today was born in 1545 to 1599, it is very, very likely that his works are public domain. Although I think, or it might have been someone else, but I think one of his pieces on MSLP said it wasn't public domain, which is kind of curious. But yeah, this is IMSLP is just a library of public music. Where's it was made by Petrucci. I'm sorry. About here we go. Get out of here. Okay, well, I'm trying to get some more info on this, but I'm struggling. Here we go. Here's a Wikipedia thing about it. Was after publisher Octaviano. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing. I'm just gonna put this in the chat so you can see it there. Petrucci. He was a Italian printer. He published lots of works of composers from the Renaissance. And yeah, his name lives on as person who runs the site. But yeah, this is how you spell his name. I guess. I have no clue what IMSDB is. But yeah, this is the guy who supposedly originally started all this. But anyways, yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, yeah, but let's get to it. So I'm gonna minimize that. Hopefully that's not showing up there. Is it still there? No, it's not there. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get. Oh, it is. I'm gonna X out of these. Oh no, I don't care enough. Okay, cool. So let's do this. So I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn the camera over here, but I'm just gonna go over here. My basic thing with transcribing is I will just, which is why I had the piano keyboard in the image for my stream today, because I just go to my piano and do it, because it is much easier. And something that I got that I really haven't used and haven't had to use, but now that my keyboard is slightly further away from my number pad, on my keyboard I have like a separate key thing that I can just put right here, and so I can, because I mean the purpose of this is, if you're not familiar with how these things work, how music notation softwares work, basically the numbers on the number pad represent the rhythm. So like 5 is the quarter note, 6 is half note, and then 4 is eighth note, and then as you go higher it increases, so like 7, excuse me, is a whole note, and 3 is the 16th, 32nd, 64th, etc., etc. But yeah, so I'm just going to be over here. I have the chat up right over here so I can kind of see what you're saying. But yeah, let's do this. E flat. Yeah, but make sure you're on the right octave. So now we'll hear this piece in very slow motion. Gotta delete that. We're an octave too high. Hopefully that's not too loud. sounds kind of loud in my earphones. Okay. It's a 60. That's 30-second. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay, we're going good. Oh, I just realized I had a misnote. Yeah, this is gonna look kind of bad for a bit. Oh, can you not hear the piano sounds? Because I mean, it's not important, but it's definitely more interesting than just watching these notes grouped together really closely. Okay, cool. Audio is fun. Huh, that's weird. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Let's change some settings. Audio MIDI. Alright, now I can't hear it. Cool. Device setup. Audio setup. Oh. Actually, that sucks. Output should be going. I don't know why it's not. Oh, let's try this. Keys. Piano. Did that piano sound come through? Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll figure out that. That's a good temporary. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, hold up. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So where was I? Measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, my whole process with this, I like to take it one line at a time. And I'll like do like all the lines on one page, then I'll move to the next page, etc., etc. This probably won't get done today, spoiler alert, but I think a good goal is to maybe do about half of the first, maybe the first moon is possible. We'll see. I think I'm gonna go till maybe 9:30, 10, somewhere around there. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, okay, where was I? There. Okay. Nope. Why did that not? Okay, now that I've solved one issue, there's another issue, of course. Because why not? If I set up mini through. Okay, well, hopefully that's still somewhat okay. Thank you for hanging on while I figure out these issues. The more I figure them out now, the less I have to worry about them later. So hopefully future streams shouldn't be this. Nope, that's way too low. Okay, cool. Love to see it. Wait. Oh, I know what the issue is. Gosh, okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe I've solved it now. No, that's supposed to be a 4. Okay. Leave it alone. Now let's see if we can make some sense out of this, so I can actually see what I'm doing for a second. Okay. Let's see. Actually, this is probably. Oh wait, is this it? Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're all good. It's just this measure is weird. Oh, I see what's going on. They put it in the previous measure. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, we'll edit later. The biggest thing with doing any transcribing, I think at least, is to take it in steps. So like the step we're on right now is we're just putting the notes in. Oh gosh, why is this being? Oh, 'cause it's. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's it for that measure. And then the next measure is gonna be. Hopefully all of that looks fine. Oh, it looks pretty nightmarish for right now. I think I was on the third measure of those. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, I still have. Hold on. We'll decipher it in just a second. It's almost like. No, it's not like lo-fi. I don't know. I guess it could be kind of. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Okay, so I'm measure 13. Do do do. Alright, and that's all the first page. Let me just double check it, and also to make this look less like a nightmare and more like music, sort of. And there we go. Control down is a really good friend. Yeah. I might want to put this up here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the first line. Oh, nope, we don't want to do that. I'm not that good at piano for that. Okay, and so the top part comes in right here. At measure 9. Number 9. Okay. Oh, that's supposed to be a 4. Is that put in? Yeah, I put that in right. Okay. Oh. Oh, did I do that? Oh yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that note just because I was just playing through it. Trying to play the main melody of it earlier today. Alright, now let's do the bass line. Sorry. See, that's the right octave. Nope. Oh, I'm putting this in the wrong place. Let's put it down here. No, I'm an octave too low. There we go. Okay. I'll fix it later. I think I just put a wrong note in. It's okay. Biggest thing about this phase is just putting stuff in. That's what I think, at least. I mean, you can do whatever. But I like to keep the flow going. Probably. Hey, brave note. Okay. Good. Sorry. Huh? Oh god. Okay, I messed up somewhere. Oh. I think I see where I messed up. This all supposed to be, I think, here. Does that line up? Yeah, that lines up. LOL. It's fine. That's why we have the delete key for. And Control Z. Or Control Z, Control C. Yeah. Gotta use those tools. Okay, now let's see what the first repetition of this was. Oh. Oh, I skipped a whole system. So this 2 is supposed to go like right here. Oh, no. I think that's... While I'm editing, I might as well edit. I'm pretty sure that's where that is. Measure 3. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Back to it. Measure 4. E. And then that links up right where we left off. Cool. Alright, so this is the first page. Just kind of roughly put down. Second page. And I should clarify the original score. And yes, I'm gonna keep on pressing Control down, shifting all of the measures I'm not using. So we're gonna have like eventually a giant like thing of rests. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited. Even though it's really not that much to get excited about. Okay. Where was I? Right there. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. And this repeats for like 5 measures. So rather than me do octaves for 10 seconds, I'm just gonna copy and paste. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that should be good. And then, where's that line here? We're gonna do this. Sorry, not sorry for the chaotic amount of rest there are down there. Okay. Oh. Come on. Pressing the wrong keys up in here. Oh, God. This one I will fix. Oh, my God. Okay. Look, I don't want that note there. I'm just gonna do this. Try this one more time. Good. Okay, and that should be the end of that page. Add on to the crazy amount of rest at the end. Just take a peek. Nice. Okay. Now let's go. As you can tell, I just kind of skip around a lot. I just kind of kept with that line because I was already on there. So I think this time we'll go with this one. We'll go with the top line of the harp part. And just to kind of show that. Is this it? No, this is it. Hopefully that shows. I don't know. Oh, it does. Okay. And just as a, I don't know, because I don't know where I would put it. Otherwise, oh, I guess I could cover up the chat. Yeah. I guess that's the thing I could do. But I don't know. Oh, no, definitely not. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know where to put this. Maybe just make a small square for it, like right there. Like that. I don't know. But just as a, I don't even know if that's readable. to be honest. Here's where we are. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I don't know. Does that look fine? I know that probably doesn't look great for mobile viewers. Yeah, we'll just do without it. It's fine. Yeah, sorry. I'll maybe try to figure out some way of in the future, because this will be a more regular thing. And next times I might, or if you're hanging out and you would like to see me transcribe something, that I'll do. Not obviously not tonight, but another night I'd be definitely down to. Just let me know, and I will look into transcribing it. Now the only caveat is I will be doing primarily public domain works, works that I can copy. So that's just a little thing. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would be more than happy to transcribe it. All right, now let's get back to it. So we're on the top line of the heart part. Because if you're not familiar with heart parts, a lot of them have two lines, because they have, I mean, it's not as not like a piano where you can play chords as much, but you can still kind of play chords in multiple lines at the same time with a harp. But where were we? Okay. For me. Nope, too low. So we got the 16th note. Nope, what did I just put for? Oh. Gosh, why is this so weird tonight? Whatever, I'll fix it in just a minute. I don't know why it's being so whack, where it's like, oh yeah, you're in this octave. Because, I don't know. It doesn't help that I'm using a keyboard that I can just change the octave at will. Delete those two. And we're gonna just do this. Utilities, transpose, down, and octave. Perfect. Okay. Next two notes are B flat. Yep. Alright, and now we gotta go down to, that's G. Yeah. Except, that note value. Yeah. No. That's a C. My bad. Oh. That's up a third. Yep. And yeah, but I'll need speed down. Transpose down a third. Okay. Da. No. Sorry, I keep on putting things up a third because I'm used to reading. The way I transpose from treble to bass is I just look down a third, but sometimes I forget and I just read it as it's bass clef, which treble obviously isn't bass clef. Put this over here so you can follow along. D. D da da. D da 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 da. Okay, I see what he did. Did it again or I skipped a line? Okay, well I think I'm gonna finish off this page on the music here. And then I'm gonna call it for tonight. So we'll be live for another good couple of minutes, but yeah, just when I finish this, get all the parts in this page. Yeah, and then the next time I'll be streaming will be Saturday. Not sure of a time right now, right off the top of my head. But if you want to know the time, don't forget to subscribe here to be notified when I announce that, or follow me on Twitter. But yeah, because I'm kind of fading just a little bit. Okay, this part goes to measure 28. But yeah, we're going to finish off this page, and we're going to call it a night. But yeah, but we'll still be hanging out until then. Yeah, but the eventual goal, just to kind of talk a little bit more about why I'm doing this. I know this might not be the most interesting thing in the world. I don't know. I think it's kind of pleasing hearing the random piano notes, especially in this being a more tonal piece. If I was playing something more Schoenberg-esque, where it's more atonal, it might not be as pleasant, but there's somewhat of a pleasant quality to it. I don't know. So I hope that's entertaining enough for you. Yeah, so these two measures can just be copied right there. And then those are just E's. So we're just going to do the same thing here. But we're going to do utilities transpose up and octave. No, 2 octaves. My bad. Dum, dum. Yeah, and this is very rough. The next goal, which I don't know if I'll do this on stream, because I probably will just work on this off stream some. Just to finish it off, because I'd like to get this done, because I think this is an interesting little thing. I would play it, but I don't think it will play with the audio settings, and I don't want to fiddle with the audio settings too much, because I know from doing this in the past, audio settings are very fickle, and if you do the wrong thing, you can cut off all audio, which is not what we want. So I'll figure out in between, so that next time I do this, hopefully I can actually be like, yeah, listen to it, let me play it. Because you probably can't hear that, right? Maybe you can. If you can, that's awesome, but it looks like nothing's picking it up. Which is whack. Really weird. Yeah, it's not picking up. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure out, because that would certainly add some interest there. But Let's keep going. We're almost there. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the next stream. I'm kind of broken between three things. Um, but I should do some tuba stuff. Just play the tuba. Or play around with the software called VCV Rack, which is modular synthesis. It's really cool stuff. I think it's interesting. I'm not very good at it. I tried to do some with it today, and most of what I created sounded really not great. So I don't know if that one will be good, but maybe. And then my other option is just doing a gaming stream. Because, yes, my focus here is music on this channel, and just with my whole stuff online, as my main focus is always going to be music. But um, I do like games, so there will be occasional gaming streams too. But yeah. Okay, so this measure is that measure. Or it's E. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I think all of it went fine. So there's that octave drop. D. Octave drop. I think I found the issue. Ding, da ding, da dum. All right. So the issue is, oh, let me scroll this over just a little. With this measure, it was supposed to be, well, because there's a bit more to this measure, where they have a separate part that comes in right after this note here, where it's like, ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. So this should be a rest, and then this note should be a F. I need to repeat it. Oh. And this whole measure is, yeah, we're just gonna do this. When in doubt, delete. And you can just do it again. It's fine. Okay. Unless it's a repetition of something. No, this is a new idea. Dang it. Yeah, that's another quick tip. If you're using Finale, copy and paste is your best friend ever. I probably could have used it a lot more than I've used it so far on the stream, but it is one of your best friends when using Finale or actually any other music software, especially when you're transcribing or ranging. Yeah, it's a great tool. It's a really simple tool, but it's a great tool. So where was I? Right there. Nope. Oh, that's an F. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now I got one more line to input. I'm gonna input the top line. Top line comes in this measure. Yeah. Okay. Drawing is there's a what is that? F. Okay. What's the next couple notes? G. Oh, no, that should be F. Okay. And then this. Okay. And fortunately, that's that's it. Well, I guess the only one last thing, so I don't forget it, is that in this measure, we have this whole thing. I think this is the right measure. 7, 20, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that's it for the first 2 pages. I wish I could play this, but well, well at this point, I'm gonna try to edit the. Well, actually, before I do this, because I'm gonna try to change the audio settings, so we can end the stream by playing through what I've transcribed so far. Yeah. uh, but in doing so, I might nuke my audio settings. Uh, so I'm gonna say my byes here. Thank you, everyone who tuned in today. I appreciate you for coming by. Actually, I'm gonna switch to the camera. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you for coming by. And like I said a couple minutes ago, my next stream will be Saturday. Oh God, there we go. Okay. Saturday the 12th. I'm not sure what time off the top of my head, but it's probably going to be sometime in the afternoon, like maybe 3 or 4 start time. And I'm not sure exactly what we're doing. Um, I might make a poll, but at this point, I don't know if that's worth it. But um, I'm going to either be doing gaming, uh, playing some sort of game, uh, or I'll be playing the tuba, just playing random things that I have, taking requests, as long as it's not copyrighted. Um, and the other option is VCV Rack, which is modular synthesis. It's basically like synthesizers, but not built. So it's like you're doing all the wiring of a synthesizer yourself. It's really cool. You can do some cool stuff with it. I like the software a lot, but it can get really whack. So that stream is definitely going to be like a loud noise warning stream. Like probably a lot of my streams are going to be, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of the plan for Saturday. But yeah, so like I said, back to this. Let's see if I can change the audio settings and it won't nuke everything. So, because I think if I change this to like direct sound and do that, am I still live? Hello? Can you still hear me? I see audio levels, so I think that's good. You can still hear me, right? Hello, hello. Test 1 2 3. I'm hoping so. I'm just going to play a second of this. Did that come through? Are noises happening? And did you hear the piano playing some stuff? That's the big question I have. Oh, it's capturing. Oh, rad. Okay, so I'll be quiet and let this play. But here is my transcription of Sonata for Flute and Harp in E flat major. The first two measures of the first move. we didn't really get too far because I think this is an 18-page thing, or it's probably like 10 page thing. So we're about like a 2/10 of the way through. But anyways, here's what this sounds like. I think it sounds obviously the finale playback is not as good as like an actual piano. Actually, hold on. No, that was the wrong one. Wait, no, this is right. Okay, that's interesting. Steinway piano. Okay, so this should so that should be the best piano we have. Okay, let's go. Here's Sonata for Flute and Harp in E flat major by Joseph Boulogne Chevalier of St. George. sorry for leaving it on a cliffhanger like that. Who knows what will happen next in the piece? Will it reach a cadential moment? I have no clue. Actually, it probably will. Yeah, but sorry for leaving it like in the middle of a phrase. But I'm I'm kind of quickly fading, getting a bit tired. So yeah, that's it for today. Yeah, and if you're available, I hope to see y'all on Saturday afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. And oh, I guess I'll go to the camera thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate y'all for coming out. And like always, if you want to support me further, you can subscribe to me here if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, although Twitter is increasingly becoming a place. Not yeah, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. You know if you've been there recently, but it's a place. Um, but yeah, and if you want to, and if you're able to, support me further, you can subscribe. You can subscribe to my Patreon. I have three subscription levels at $3, $6, and I think $10. Yeah. So if you can, if not, I appreciate you just